Welcome to ATB-TV for this week. I'm up at the Ballarat Hill Track. You would have just seen one of our horses work, and yeah, cold, wintry day here at Ballarat.
Oi, what's going on here?
Who's this? It's Thoroughbred.
Morganti! How are you, my man?
You got a job here at the Turf Club.
Yeah, I'm dealing with the fluff on the course, mate.
PGR. Fluoro, it's changed since the days you were here.
Politically correct now, is it? I can't even spell politically correct.
What are you doing, mate?
Well, I've been binge watching Game of Thrones, mate. You know nothing, Peter Morgani.
So you're back.
You're back. I got the call from Double D.
2 or 3 years for all the new owners, probably the last 2 or 3 years. If you haven't seen Fluoro, man, he was our main man back when Dan Dino was doing his stuff.
I was Z-Man, Morgani. I had the masses flocked.
Dan Dino's doing his stuff now too, mate. He's got some 2-year-olds on the go now.
Well, it's good to see him. Oh, I can't say that. I was going to say about the fluff, but not. But
all this fluff on your hair, mate, it's going good.
Well, I got the call from Double D. He said, we're not going too well. And I got the message, a text, M-A-G-A.
M-A-G-A.
Make ATV great again.
So you're back.
I'm
help
back.
us.
8 winners for the month.
So Darren's away, so you're the replacement. That'll help for a start.
It'll increase viewers, mate. Is he still rocking with the silver number?
He's still got the silver number.
He thinks it brings wisdom, but...
Hey mate, it's cold up here. I've seen the horse work. I've ran into you. Just go and find a nice warm spot. Do you want to help us go through the runners and the results?
Well, I was going to help a lady cross the road in Morgs, but she can wait. I'm a man of the people. I had someone knock on my door this morning. He said, can you donate some money to the local swimming pool? I said, here's a glass of water on your way. That's what I do, I help people. Oh, no worries, I'll help you out.
Plenty of water around the last couple of days here in Ballarat, mate. Ballarat.
Something a bit stronger.
Bit colder than the jungle.
I'll come over here to escape the sun.
Mate, good to see you. Like I said, come and give us a hand for 10 minutes. We'll go through the runners. You've been up, you've been following the form.
Well, I know Dan Dino went out with the win.
That's about 4 years ago, mate.
Well, that's all I know.
He's had about 70 mares.
The only form I know is that form.
On that note, we'll come back where it's warmer.
How's that?
Righto, we're back. We've found a bit of cover. We had to get out of the rain. Fluoro. You're right, mate?
Oh, better now, mate. Better now. Yeah, where were we?
Trust you to be
Actually,
there.
where are we?
We are. We're still at the Ballarat Turf Club, but we just found a little bit of shelter, mate. It was a bit cold up on the hill track. So, mate.
Well, it's a lot warmer here, 50 metres away.
I'll try to help you. I know you're probably a bit illiterate when it comes to the latest form.
I'm not illiterate, I just can't read.
Here we go. There's going to be a lot of one-liners. You lead me in. I'll quickly brief on what those horses did, and we'll try and get into the runners upcoming for the week as well.
All right, Silver
Throw
Stratum.
any intel you can. Silver Stratum.
Ballarat.
Last Wednesday, ran 8th, needs a wet track. Is in at Bendigo this weekend. We'll speak about him later.
Why wasn't he on a wet track if he needs a wet track?
No, because he needed to run.
Thursday, Typhoon Griffo, and I can't read that. What did it say?
This is Dentara.
At Pakenham.
Yeah, Dentara, she over-raced, finished down the track. We'll just, yeah, look, she probably went in a little bit underdone and went race too fresh with the blinkers on. Typhoon Griffo ran 3rd. It was a much better run after Echuca, where she got clouted by a clod of dirt. You ever had a clod of dirt thrown at you?
I've had bottles thrown at you, never clods of dirt. Always duck, just duck. Like this, eh?
She ran a much improved race.
Friday Morgs, Maisie Mason at Geelong.
Yeah, Fluoro ran another honest race. She's building up to win. Remember the mum, Flying Hauler?
I do, great bunch of owners.
Yeah, Weary had her and she won a couple at the Valley. This mare's tracking, just lacks a bit of maturity.
Actually, I miss Weary here today. I didn't see his car anywhere, not around.
No, just having a holiday, mate.
Okay.
He's
good
actually
smart move.
You've been at hiatus for 4 years. Weary's just going to have a little break himself. Yeah, ran 3rd. She's ready to win. We're looking to give her a break, so hopefully we can knock the maiden over.
I don't know if I tell you how many times I've heard he's ready to win, she's ready to win.
I'd be thirds there, so there's a few ready to win, mate.
Saturday, mate. Serious.
Yeah, serious suspect was Sabazan. He could have ran in a benchmark 78, had a crack at the listed and ran 3rd. So that's black type for the broodmare Serious Miss at home. So it's a good...
It's another Dancy homebred.
Yeah, and on the same day we had serious suspects. A little half-brother by Dundee run at Warratabille, out to a trip for the first time. Drew a bad gate, went back, and flashed home for third. So he's on the right track now after a couple of so-so runs earlier in his career. Then he got gelded. That sorted him out, and he's improved.
Tell you what, I'd be running before I got gelded if it was me.
Speaking about running, where have you ran from? Where's home? How is home?
Home's the jungles of Borneo, Morgs. I've been living the life of a Buddhist monk. All I've been doing is praying to get out of there.
You got out of there, you're here. You're
I'm here
at Turf Club.
When Double D calls, mate, you run. Actually, speaking of Done Deal, I believe Rockalicious could be going to Done Deal next year.
Next year, that's exciting.
Well, this year.
Done Deal's progeny is starting to show a bit.
It is for him and it is for her.
Yeah. Rove to Fate was another one that ran at Flemington, where there's a little bit of ATB interest in that. Robbie Griffiths trained gelding, and he ran really well for fifth first up down the straight, so he's promising going forward.
One thing I did see on the internet, because we do get the internet over there, Robbie Griffiths is climbing up the trainers table, but he just need, if he can get a few winners with ATB horses, he'll probably climb further.
He was up around 20% when he noticed how well his strike weight was going, and then since then he's had about 6 losers. You never
pressure. You
don't look at this. It's like the cards, Brian. You don't count your money till she's all over. So Griffo's knocked his strike rate about a bit now, but look, still training well and has for all of this season with about 16 or 17 winners, which is great.
Going really well.
On the Sunday at Sandown, Whitemore. Here's a horse that's clicked into gear, very consistent. Ran another placing. He had a heap of placings before he won, and he won his 2 starts in a row, and then just got nabbed at Pakenham 2 weeks ago, and just got nabbed on Sunday again, beating a half head and a head. Going well, that horse.
Consistent effort, mate.
I'd rather a consistent horse than one that you can't pick.
Well, at least you're getting some prize money back in, which is half the battle.
Over 80,000.
So they know how to charge, so you need to get some prize money back in.
You might have watched one of our latest editions of ATB-TV where we reckon the trainer should only get his cut when the horses win, and the rest goes back to the owners if they run second, third or fourth.
Geez, most of them go broke, most of the trainers.
They train enough winners. You're coming fired up, Fluoro. You've got some good thoughts going for it.
Well, I had to fly over business class as first class was taken.
Ransom Money, winner, Monday. As we stand here, Brian, they might hear a little bit of echo in the background. There's a meeting here at Ballarat today on that track they call the Poly track.
As we stand here. I was just standing there, now I'm standing here.
Well, you're in my spot now, so you're leading the way. No, we had Ransom Money. We went here on the Poly track for Mitch Friedman. Heard of Mitch?
I've heard of Mitch, doing well.
Really well.
Even Borneo's heard of Mitch.
Righto. Any owners over there you might be able to tap into?
Probably not, mate. None of them got any money.
So Ransom Money, terrific. He's come back off a tendon injury, so a really good rehab program's got him back to the racetrack. He's had a couple of lead-up runs prior to winning on Monday. He got a bit bogged at Donald, but on that surface he was really good and ridden by Jessica Eaton. Jockey of the moment for ATB here. We've got Jess Eaton. Jess, thanks for having a chat for us. Congratulations on 2 winners in 2 days, both for Mitch Friedman, obviously Ransom Money yesterday, and Captain Harry today. Just briefly, take us through both those. 2 horses you actually had to ride right through to the line.
Yeah, definitely. I think both wins had plenty of merit. Yesterday was quite tough conditions for Ransom Money because we got in a great spot. We didn't want to bust him early, but we just didn't want to sort of let the race get ahead of us. And I was able to get in the clear running quite early and just make sure he'd make a real race of it. And I think halfway down the straight, the conditions really hit on, and the head-on wind, especially the rain, was quite tough. So for him to keep fighting on and staying honest, while it might have looked like in the replay that he was sort of wandering a bit, I thought it was a great effort. Mitch did say he needed the run, so it was a really good run on his behalf. And today, just the same, I was really happy with him. He's slow away like usual, but they were quick early and we were able to tack on, and he was travelling nicely, and they were just slowing it down. And I quite, being so far back in the race, I thought we'll use the hill to our advantage and roll down there on his own steam and just make a real race of it. And he got there quite easily, and when he hit hit the front. He was quite wide in the straight and just had a look around, but he toughed it out and won quite nicely.
Beautiful. Now, we'll just go back a little bit in time. Now, Shana Dreschler was in my role about 4 years ago and interviewed you, and I'm not too sure whether you've ever had a race ride. Then you're at apprentice school. We're 102 winners down the track. How's the journey been?
Oh, it's been great. Had a bit of bad luck in between. I've broken my leg twice, so momentum's been held up quite a bit, but I'm really happy with my progression at the moment. Getting in with some great stables like Mitch Friedman, it's really good for me to be getting a good kick along from such good trainers, and like I said, my momentum's going well, my riding's improving, and I'm really happy where I'm going.
Terrific. You've probably noticed it's a different set of colours to the ATBs. That's one of our owner breeders along the way, the Giroux family, so I'm sure they'll be tickled pink with Captain Harry's win today, and no doubt they'll be looking for that 1.5 kilo claim as we go forward. How many more? So what are you up to now for the country?
I think I've only got 2 more winners left, unfortunately, for my claim, but it's great to be involved with ATB, and to be getting results for such a great syndicate is even better.
Now, to be fair, Ransom Money and Captain Harry, you could probably use those 2 wins on those 2 horses going forward.
No, I was really happy with them, and you'd think they'd be progressing forward.
Yeah. Not much more to add. Thanks for the winning rides. It's great to have you aboard. And I'm just trying to think. I think Linda Meach has ridden a winner for us at Stoll, and a couple of girls up Queensland and New South Wales have. So we look forward to having Jess Eaton on a few more ATB winners.
It's great to be a part of the team.
The results, we'll find that she rode a winner the next day for us as well with Captain Harry.
Congrats, Jessica. It's a great job.
Two from 2. Back to the Monday, we also had Lady McPhee. She bombed the start, over race. That's the second time on the synthetic. We just keep her off it. Find a wet track in 1600.
The trainer error putting on the synthetic.
That's what Dancy reckons. Condover Hall, he looked like he was going to win on the home turn, and Mitch, he's pulled up fine. Mitch just thinks he didn't go on it either. So sometimes when they let down on this stuff, they either go through it or they don't. He ran 10th, so for a horse that hit the front on the home turn and then finished 10th, I'd say he's finished the race off poorly, Fluoro.
I'd say punters would say that, mate.
I'd say
punters would say.
Probably threw the tickets at the horse. And then mentioning Captain Harry, Tuesday I drove to Hamilton, and a wet and cold.
So you're doing ATB-TV, you're going to races, going to trials?
Yeah,
okay.
Just everything. Simply everything.
Interesting.
Simply everything.
I'm here doing Dancy's role.
Yeah, simply. Where is he? You haven't been in tabs with him? No?
Oh, I need that message, get home, make ATB great again.
Was that a text?
Yeah, text, yeah. It's the cheapest way to get in touch with me.
Captain Harry won, back to back. Won at Donald, he loves the wet, loves the wet, and he did the job again over a mile at Hamilton, and young Jess rode him quietly out the back, produced him in the straight. He actually balked at a gentleman with his kid on the fence about the 100 metre mark, nearly threw the race away, but she was able to straighten him up.
It wasn't me, mate, because I'm no gentleman.
Now I think you're doing a good job, Fluoro. So that's our runners.
Well done to Jessica.
I think the little tally there says 12 runners, 2 wins and 5 thirds. So that generally tells us that our horses ran well.
That's good. 8 winners for the month of May.
Good, isn't it?
It is. So you'll be getting a bonus from Dancy, no doubt.
Yeah, more work.
All the extra, more work.
42 winners for the season so far. We targeted 45 about 6 months ago. We're a big chance to get there. I think there's 9 weeks of the racing season left, and we've got 8 winners to get. What odds? 50.
Because I wouldn't be asking Sportsbet for the odds. I know that.
Don't pay or don't give you any odds.
Well, they'll give you the odds, but they'll change them if it suits them. But
they'll let you on for $2. Yeah. So
Yeah.
What's your betting agency of choice?
I don't bet now, Morgs. It's in my past.
No tabs at Borneo?
No tabs.
I just look up at the cloud and the sun, and it's roughly about 2 o'clock, I'd say.
2:09, mate. You can just tell with the clouds.
We've got She Goes Boom.
She Goes Boom.
She Goes Boom was with Tony Gollan. Trainer transfer, probably 60% of the ownership stayed in. Some got out, gone to John Manzelman. You heard of that man?
John Manzelman. The name doesn't ring a bell.
He's the guru up the top end of Australia, Townsville's and Mackay's and so forth. And he's got her in a cutest race, believe it or not. that, if she can win, it'll net her $24,000 first prize. Probably drops back about 3 or 4 lengths in class. And I think he said to Dancy that they're legless up here. So
a lot of ATB owners have been legless at some of the functions, so it fully fits in well.
I've seen some vision. A bloke dressed similarly to you, Fluoro.
An attractive man?
It was when Dandino ran second in the Caulfield Cup. Yeah, he was fairly...
If I had $1 for every woman that said I was unattractive, they'd find me attractive now.
The Fluoro man, the jokes are still there. The one-liners. Friday, mate, I'm going to safety dance. I'm going to Pakenham to hopefully watch safety dance win. Back to a benchmark 58. Heard of that young fella? Lewis German.
I have not heard of Lewis German. I haven't heard of anybody of late.
No, we don't know form guides in Borneo, so I can understand that. Drawn barrier 1, he claims 1.5, 60 kilos, that's his go. If he's not winning there, I don't know where we go.
So who trains him?
The combination of Hayes, and Dabinig.
Okay.
Heard of that?
I have, yes.
Hall of Hall of Fame.
Hall of
trainer
Fame,
and
legend
son.
trainers. They do a good job.
Saturday, we're back to the big smoke where we've got Angel Lass. Heard of Igniter?
I've heard of Igniter or BJ's horse.
BJ.
BJ, yeah.
See? Oh, BJ. Where is BJ?
I think
Does he go to the races anymore?
I haven't seen him for a while. No, I don't think he does.
He might get excited about this horse because this horse is tracking in the right way. If we can get a win on Saturday, have a guess what? We can go to the Sunshine.
Sunshine Coast.
Up to Brisbane for the Queensland Derby. So that's the intentions, but he probably nearly has to win on Saturday.
Will that be Double D's first Queensland Derby runner?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, possibly. We've had a few sort of half heading that way over the journey, but not getting there. But he ran terrific at Flemington behind Declares War, who is going to the Derby. So I'd say that form line at Flemington's probably a good one. I know Waller's got a horse up there that's going to be short in the Derby, but if we get him through on Saturday, I think the plane leaves the following Tuesday, and BJ might be able to go up there for a holiday.
I'd say BJ would be probably looking for a second job to pay for the plane trip.
He's got a few artists to share it with. All right, Angel Lass, she's a good little filly. Ran a bottler at Caulfield previous start. She was emergency, top weight's out. She's got a run. Brett Preble riding.
Brett Preble. Is he based in here now or Hong Kong?
Back here, no, he's back here. Melbourne Cup winning rider. Actually rode the Green Moon when a certain ATB horse ran third in that race.
Jacklebury.
Same day, up at Bendigo, we'll be looking for the 2 inches for Silver Stratum.
I thought you said this was PGR.
Rain.
Move on.
So if we've got the mile, if we've got the rain up there, the 2 inches of rain, he'll be right in his element, and we'll see an improved performance. Neil Farley rides. Have you heard of him?
I've heard of Chris.
No, this is Neil. Cousin Neil.
I think Neil's doing better than Chris, eh?
Well, hopefully Neil gets all the plaudits after a winning ride on Saturday.
Good luck. I do believe he could be one of your favourite horses. The Jungle Drums beat strong.
One of the first I was in, and he's won 5, so he's been a fave. He's given us some good fun. From there, we've got Polytrack Racing back here at Ballarat on Sunday. No runners. Collectibles been nominated, but there's more chance of me going around.
Well, Collectibles not running.
Correct. Monday at Maui, I don't think I've seen any nominations, so we won't have any runners there.
We'll watch it again.
Tuesday, Warrnambool. Matt Williams had a good bull carnival with 3 winners.
The Jungle Drums was strong, and he's got a good one.
A real good one with ATI. Yeah, it's won since at Bendigo. Looks really promising. But from ATB's point of view, we were rapt that My Shiny Choice was able to win. Relation to Exerius, remember that good sprinter?
I do. Shiny May, is that the mare? Shiny May?
That's
been
it.
a great mare, some great owners in that mare.
Yeah, and the same crew again, and they were rapt to win on the last day of the carnival, and we shot all the Willie Pike punters in the foot who was on the favourite. We got up on nose.
Matty always wins a race at the carnival.
Yeah, no, well, it's been great to get a horse back with Matty and to get a winner better still. So, Condover Hall and Lady McPhee that we touched on earlier are also nominated, but I doubt whether they'll run. We're just going to wait and see. Melburnian, heard of Tony Martin.
The comedian, I have been away with the comedians that training here.
Yeah, that's him. No, the ownership group's very comical. The Irish boys, Heartbreak City fame. That's a half sister. She's either going to run at Navan, I think that's how you pronounce it, or Listar. One's a 2,600 metre race, one's a 2,800. Her last run was short-lived. She fell at the second last hurdle. They do it different over there, Fluoro.
They do. What do they do differently?
Well, they just seem to mix the hurdling and the flat, and you don't know whether they're a hurdler
Is this in
or a
Germany?
flat. No, this is in Ireland.
Oh, geez, they do a lot of things differently overnight.
So have you ever been to Ireland?
I spent a weekend there one night.
Move on. Tiberian, who was our Melbourne Cup runner from a couple of years ago, he, Alain Catil, I think I pronounce it, looking for a weaker race, before he heads to the sales in July. Unfortunately, he's a shadow of the horse we had about 18 months ago for various reasons. So hopefully they can find a race that we can send him off with a win.
Well, it gave the owners a bit of excitement.
Yeah, 7th in the Melbourne Cup was a terrific run on the back of a poor ride.
I guess if you got into a horse and you got to run in the Melbourne Cup, you'd be pretty happy when you.
Yeah, they had a lot of enjoyment.
Everybody's dream. It'd be great to win it, but.
And he got a lot of the owners a trip to Hong Kong, and he did win a couple of group and listed races in France on the way out to the Melbourne Cup. So yeah, certainly a lot of enjoyment. That covers them all, Fluoro. I don't know what you're up to, Fluoro, but it's been great catching up. I'm heading home. I'm freezing. It's good to see you doing a bit of work here at the Turf Club. Have you been in touch with Lockie McKenzie? It could be a full-time role here.
I don't even work here, mate. I just seen a bit of fluff. That's what got my attention.
PGR. We're going after that. Great to see you. And
until next time.
Good stuff.
All right, Dancy, just to keep you happy, you were asking last week about where's Dean Yendall. I'm at Hamilton.
Here I
It's wet,
am.
it's cold, it's about a heavy 25. Dean's riding a few gallops. Mate, you've been out for a couple of months. How's it all
nearly
going?
12 weeks. No, coming along really good. Look, spoke to Zimmerman last week. Happy for me to kick off. He said, look, the bone's not 100% healed yet. He said another month, but he said you don't want to be sitting around doing nothing. So I said, what can I do? He said, well, light duties for a jockey. I said, I'm not carrying no buckets around. I must be riding the horses in a gallop or something. So I rode a few Friday morning down at Brishka's at the track. So did well, pulled up shit house a couple of days later. But that's part of getting the body back together. Been doing a lot of swimming, personal training, just trying to build the muscles up and get my strength back. I'm feeling really well and itching to get on some of his hacks.
Swim like a rock? You swim all right.
Actually, I get the flippers on so it helps me scoot along.
Floaties, Darren Dance would say, floaties.
Yeah. Stick your floaties up your ass, Dance.
Oh, it's good to see. So your plans are now at the Swan Hill Carnival, maybe?
I said to Zimmerman I'd like to pencil in Swan Hill, all going well. He goes, I'm happy with that, unless something worthwhile popped up before then. So be it, but yeah, all goals head to Swan Hill and hopefully have a bit of success in my first day out.
So from the point of view of Archie Alexander, Mitch Friedman, Matt Camardi, and Robbie Griffiths and all our trainers, the hands in the air for a ride.
Hands in the air, yeah.
Really, mate.
Give me a ride, you bastards.
Good to see you back, Dino.
See you, mate.